Hi, everybody. Welcome to Chat and Craft with Lorraine. Thanks for joining me today. My name is Lorraine. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I love to make cards and share cards and help other people make cards. Today is Thursday, August 15th. It's about 4:30 in the evening. I'm a couple minutes late. Usually I'm all set up and just hanging out here and waiting for the clock to tick. And then today, somehow, the time got away from me. We are going to make a card with some scraps today. And these truly are scraps. So I'm using some uh, paper that is probably retired. I think it was available last year, but I couldn't cut up new Christmas paper and call it scraps when they weren't scraps. I really wanted to use some scraps. So that's what we're going to do today. Let me switch my view here just to my table, and I'm going to grab one more thing. So this is the Joy of Christmas pack from last year that I'm going to use, and I just want to show you how I cut the pieces of paper a little bit, the scraps. So I started with pieces that were like this, and I don't need them to be any longer than about 6 inches. And I want them to kind of be long, skinny triangles. So I'm making a little point up at the top and then a bigger triangle down at the bottom. Let me see if I can get that in the camera. So that's how we're going to cut these. And so they kind of have a right angle to them there, but they're just thin triangles. So now this one was upside down, and then I'll do another one. And they're about 6 inches because I want them to go over my edge of the paper. So to make this card, I am starting with a card base that's 5.5 by 8.5. And I forgot to score it. I'm going to score it at 4.25. Hi, Pam. We just got through with a major thunderstorm. I wonder if you guys are getting it too. And then I have 2 pieces that are the same color, and it's important for these to be the same color. One is 3.75 by 5, and one is 5.25 by 4. And we're going to start with the smaller one, and we're going to put our pieces of paper across there. And I don't really want to use that shaded spruce side too much because I'm using garden green. Let's see if I have another piece here. We may need to cut a little bit more. Let me cut a couple more pieces. So this is a little longer than 6 inches. I'm going to cut this off at 6. And I'm going to cut a few more of those triangular kinds of shapes. And my musical notes are going to be going on their side on this, but it's okay. It's a scrap card. Let's do one more. We'll have a couple we can have on the red plaid and a couple that will go on the other. Okay, so I'm going to put some glue on this. Whoops. I did try this with an adhesive sheet, and I'll show you at the end why that didn't work too well. But this is going to stick to my paper unless I put a craft mat underneath there. Okay. So I'm going to start like that, and I'm going to try to square these off each time. So this one has the point at the top. This one will have the pointy end at the bottom. And I am going to let a little bit of the green shine through or show through, which is why you can't use an adhesive sheet because it will be sticky in there. I'm leaving some room, and we won't have put paper on top of it, and that doesn't work. Things will stick to it. So I'm just going to keep covering this up and tip my triangles alternating ways. I like these berries too. Until we cover up this whole piece. Let's put another brown one on there. I'll show you a couple of other ones I made when we get to the end, and one of them has a bit of a funny story to it. You'll laugh with me, I hope. I'm just going to keep going. I'm not paying too much attention to my patterns, except that I just want to get a bunch of different patterns. I want to have a few different colors going on. All right. And I think we need just one or two more. Should we do another green? I think, I don't know. I don't really like that color green. I will do this one. We'll do some more leaves. And I have a tiny little bit right there. I think I will put, I think I'm going to leave that. You'll see that that will be okay, even though that little bit right there is not covered. So now I'm going to take my snips and I'm just going to cut. I don't recommend doing this on your trimmer unless you want the paper to stick to your trimmer like you saw it doing earlier, because that's what happens. Now, I did not, whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. I did not switch that view. I'm not sure why that happened. Okay. We're just going to keep trimming till we get down to that 3 3/4 by 5 inch size. I'm going to take all these sticky pieces and move them out of range of getting other things sticky. And now we take that piece that is just slightly bigger and we're going to mat this on there, and you'll see that it makes it look like I have something under there. There we go. It makes it look like the green is shining through and matted on the bigger piece of paper. Okay, so I'm going to put this on here. As you can see, this doesn't use up nearly enough scraps. We have far too many scraps, don't we, after making cards? So that's going to go there, and then I'm going to put it on a real red card base. And we just have a little bit of a sentiment to do. I thought about using a new stamp set, one from the holiday catalog, the September to December catalog that will be coming out soon, but I think I'm going to wait to do that. So let's see. I have a green circle and then a bit of a white circle, but I think that green circle is a little bit too big. I may just use the white circle. And do we have any ribbon or something I can put under there? Well, I don't know. Let's do a little stamping and then we'll see. I'm going to use some garden green. And I'm going to use stamps from this Greetings of the Season stamp set. I really like this stamp set. I like the mix of the fonts, the printed and the script. So you could do Merry Christmas both in script, hi Jan, or you can do Merry in print with a script Christmas, or Merry in script with a print Christmas. So it's really quite nice. I'm going to start with Christmas. And I'm going to use the scripty one with some garden green. Hi, Sue. I guess Cindy's watching too. Hi, Cindy. Thank you guys for joining. Oh, this is going to be pretty big. So this is why I'm starting with the Christmas, because I wanted to make sure I had room for that across my circle. There really are a lot of great sentiments, Pam, in that set. I like it a lot. And then I'm going to use a print Merry. Whoops, and that curled a little bit when I put it on the block. It kind of curved. So I'm going to put it on my paper and then pick it up like that. So now I'm going to put Merry. And I could put Wishing You a Merry Christmas. Let's see. I haven't used that stamp set or stamp yet. I don't know if I'm going to like it with the block. Yeah, no, I'm going to leave it. It's not going to fit, and I think it's too much block writing with the other Merry. So I also grabbed the another stamp set called Iconic Imagery, and this has a bunch of different pictures in it, images. So it has Christmas trees, it has leaves, it has some more leaves, snowflakes, stars, heart, and it goes with the Iconic Imagery paper, which has paper for like all the different seasons. This has images for the different seasons. So I thought I would use a Christmas tree or maybe some leaves on this a little bit. Let's try the Christmas tree. So I think that's the solid tree, and this one would be the outline of the tree. It also has dies that cut these out. So let's do, I'm going to do the outline of the tree first. Right there. I don't know if I want another one. Then I'm going to ink this up. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to check this out first. So a full strength zigzag of a tree, and then stamp off and make it a little bit lighter. So that's what I'm going to do in there. Stamp off, and then stamp the tree. So this will say Merry Christmas. I feel like I want something, no, I guess not, going like that. We'll do Merry Christmas. What happened to my green circle? I don't know, what do you think? With a circle, with the green circle underneath it, or without? You tell me what you think that needs. And I'm going to get my inside piece, which is 5 1/4 by 4. And let's look for a sentiment that we can put on the inside. I think I'll say, may your holiday season be filled with warmth and cheerful celebration. So you say, Cindy says with the green circle. I'll see what anybody else says. And on the inside, I'm going to do this in real red because you'll see the real red card base with it. And I haven't used this stamp yet, so I'm going to stamp with it a couple of times and then clean it off. And Sue, let's see, Sue says with, and Cindy says with. I'm going to put this over here to one side and leave myself a little room to write on the other side. All right, let's put that in. I really like the classic red and green for Christmas. All right, we have a couple of widths. So let's do width. I don't know why I keep wanting to add more things to this. I've never tried to add twine to a circle before. Has anyone ever done that? But I'm feeling like I might want a bow on this. I want those a little bit closer together. I'll try to get that to come underneath. Oh, my fingers are sticky. I'm going to tie that again. Hold that tight. Here we go. Ah, everything's sticking together. Let's see if we like that, and I can try to slide it over just a little bit more. Nope. After all that, I'm going to take it off. Oh, Susan is saying no circle. Well, now I got 2 to 1. Oh, I thought you said with. I'm all confused. Okay. I'm going to go with the circle. And now we'll pop that up. Use up some of these edges of my dimensionals. And add a little bling, and we'll call it a scrap card. So it's a really fun way to use a few scraps. You could get quite a few cards made, I'm sure, from the scraps on your table, or the scraps on my table anyway. And I think I'll put some gold bling on this. A small one and a bigger one. And then maybe another bigger one right up there. So there's a Merry Christmas. Oh, thank you, Sue, for clarifying. The nope was the string on a circle. Well, you might not want to try it. And then there's the inside. So just a quick little card that you can make with your scraps and get some Christmas cards going. Here's one I made with the Bright and Beautiful paper. And this one, I used the adhesive sheet. And so you can see it's a little bit shiny in between that black. And it's a little sticky there. So I could rub it with my embossing buddy, see if that takes away a little bit. And here's another one I did. And this one I used the glue. And let's see, I put a strip, just another strip on the inside here. And here's the funny part, hopefully that you can relate to. This will just go and hang on my board because I've put it in backwards. I put my sentiment on backwards. It should go like this. So I want you to comment if you've never made a card upside down before, or never made a card open the wrong way. I'm hoping that we've all done that before, but nobody will ever know. I'll just hang this up on my board behind me and we'll be all set. See, I'll just put it up back there and nobody will know. So thank you for joining me on this Monday evening. I hope you will give this layout a try and use up some of your scraps. And I'll be back next week on Monday night with a live. We'll have our Zoom class on Tuesday night, and I'll be posting cards in the meantime. If I can help you make cards at home, I would love to. And if you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would love to be your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and make cards with you. All right. Have a great evening. Good night.